So there's so many theories why people go missing. I'm gonna name a couple. Actually, more than a couple, actually. But the first one, obviously, is common sense. Is that a lot of people are very adventurous. They like to go off trail just because they think they know the way of the forest. And most likely they do not. And they will suffer where the point where they get lost, or they trip and fall off a cliff, or a mountain lion, a bear literally devour them at this point. That's the most common sense one, because there's a lot of dumb people out here that literally have the cojones to actually do that, and I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? Like, especially by myself. Like, you know how many people go hiking by themselves and they go off trail? Like, that's pretty dangerous. Unless you're like a mountaineer and you know the area back and forward, you should not be able to do that. Actually, you should be able to do that, but don't do it regardless. That's number one. Very common sense, very normal, right? The next one, a little bit more crazier, a little bit, just a little bit. It is a criminal syndicate kidnapping people they're human trafficking people in the forest or something like that. They literally kidnap kids, elderly. Why? I don't know. Nobody knows why people actually do that. You know what I mean? Maybe because they want to sell them for organs. I don't know. Because, it's not a secret. I mean, China does it, right? So I'm assuming this is why people go missing, because they actually kidnap those people so they could pretty much harvest their organs so they could sell in the black market and make a lot of money. Obviously, that was, like I said, it's a little bit crazy, but it could be true, though. It could be true. And the reason... Here's the crazy part. I don't know why they haven't caught these people. But here's the thing. It's a little bit crazier. Because a lot of people go missing in a lot of different national parks. So it's like a worldwide phenomenon. Now we go a little bit more crazier, which is the military. Obviously, there are underground bases all over the United States in national parks and stuff. And obviously, sometimes us people, we get so ambitious when we go off trail and we find something particular that caught our eye and we want to actually explore it. And obviously, once we explore it, turns out that we should never been there, and they capture us pretty much. The Army, Navy, Air Force, I don't know. It could be any branches from the military, but they pretty much said, they're probably going to say, man, you know what? You know too much. You can't never leave. You're here forever. It could be true. It could be true, man. It's in movies, man. You see it in Marvel, you know what I mean, with Nick Fury. Hey, could be a possibility. I don't know. Now we go to the crazier ones where you probably gonna call me I'm crazy, like cray. And that one is aliens. Obviously, the forest is not, you don't know what's out there. Actually, I don't know why no organization actually made an expedition where they just literally hiking for a year. Let's say a year of just trying to explore the forest, trying to find new species. Who knows, you might find an alien there, like a gray, a praying mantis, a lizard. Because apparently there's a lot of reports of gray aliens literally hypnotizing people and kidnapping them for experiments, probing. Same thing with the lizard man. I don't know. Praying mantis doing medical experiments on you. This is pretty, I know it's far-fetched, but it could be something, really. It really could be something. Who knows, man? I believe in aliens, to be honest. I believe that we're not the only one here in this universe. There has to be more civilizations that are way more advanced, or maybe they're not even advanced at all. But that could be a possibility, because there have been sightings of UFOs, obviously, lights in skies that cannot be explained. And you could tell when it's a satellite. So don't tell me that it's satellite. You could tell how a satellite moves in the sky. Same thing with the aliens. I mean, there's been sightings where there's this lady, I forgot what state though, but apparently she saw something right in front of her, but she couldn't see it because it was camouflage, or it was like invisible. Like the Predator. You know how the Predator could cloak himself and turn invisible? just like that, pretty much. And she got spooked out. That's the crazy part. And then people went missing after that. The last one, a little bit more friendlier, but Bigfoot. If you guys go to small towns like here in California, like Mount Shasta, Redding, all that stuff, people are gonna say they believe in Bigfoot. Like I said, I believe in Bigfoot too. My thing is, I think Bigfoot is very friendly, and they just want to be left alone. So when someone is literally going off trail and they go close to their territory, obviously the Bigfoot gonna get mad and they throw rocks at them. They launch, I don't know what else they launch, but most of the time they launch rocks at them like as a warning sign so they could leave. And most of the time they do leave. Obviously, a lot of people don't believe in Bigfoot. I mean, I don't blame it because we have no proof. We really don't have any proof. I mean, the photos, they could be fake. But apparently, there's just a group of campers that literally, like every year, they'll go to their circus spot. And one time they were there at night and they heard like a monkey noises or something like that, like chimpanzees in America, in the forest, in the wilderness, because they will go off trail. And obviously, if you don't have wild chimpanzees in the United States, man, unless they like set someone loose, some of them, but most likely it's not gonna happen. So, who knows? Everything is a possibility. Obviously, the alien, the Bigfoot one, a little bit more crazy, I understand. But let's be honest, guys, we need to be open-minded. But it is a scary thing that why people go missing and why is most of the time is national parks. That's the crazy part. And be careful. If you go hike by yourself, call your mom, call your family, call your friends, tell them that where you're at and all that stuff. That's all it takes. Or buy a beacon so that if you actually do get lost, you could turn that on and the rescue team can actually rescue you. Easy as that. So, guys, what do you guys think? Am I just lying to you guys, or am I don't know, man. I know these are far-fetched reasons why people go missing, but hey, we have to be open-minded, right?